family, her mom, like her mom, sister. You feel what I'm saying? It's so weird shit going on in that family. This all came through the deal. I'm gonna show y'all the deal. Show y'all what this means. This from this happened.
From the plater, y'all.
Got a son in here too. He just mind his business here in his own world. He just be in his own world. He like, I ain't saying weirdo, but like his own person, in his own world. He in his own world. He don't bother him. She talks about this man so bad, like so bad that I became his friend. Like I started giving him G's. Like I started talking to him. He became my man. She just talking about so bad. I'm not talking about nobody in my family like this. I don't like my woman. But it's like she got something against her family so bad. She's like, I don't know, bro. She's got evil problems. But long story short, now she homeless. She don't even got nowhere to keep the furniture, the old furniture from the townhouse. That's what she do. She take it to her grandmother got.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
I guess she might never go back to that shit again. She's locked up in the shit. She couldn't go to the store, so she had to use her grandmother.
Wherever the road takes you, Chevy is ready
She had to use her grandmother.
with pure power unleashed.
It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway in Southern California.
She's from the plater, y'all.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
I let it slide. So now she is. What I was saying, now she was on another journey. She only got the stores ready to keep this and that. She just passed out. She goes through it.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And a short pickup to about the 25.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but again, zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. Here's Herbert. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Herbert targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Chris Jones on the stop. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Short throw to Disley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On On second down, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Shotgun snaps of Mahomes. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw here, Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there.
Hey,
17 yards and a 1st down. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Short throw to Disley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for KC. 52 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap off his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
This is 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's Herbert. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. J.K. Dobbins. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Yeah, you ain't stunking me, nigga. Let's get that straight.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put.
Let's get that clear, nigga.
And go for two.
Well, fuck you think you...
That's caught at the 2.
Oh, I should have spent it, bro.
Run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun.
I see.
Herbert.
He's all alone.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Touchdown, Chargers.
Dickhead.
Beat him. He scored on the ground and through the air.
Disrespectful,
and the
nigga.
Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. But he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. It turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
That's out of bounds.
Deep for Rice.
Take it back.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead,
I see.
no matter at what point, you gotta be super careful.
Gotta be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, Herbert.
Oh!
Force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take
Bitch.
this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before
That shit
that
done.
snap, pointed to his number
You a bitch.
on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On first down, it's Herbert.
See?
It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Back to throw now on first down.
Oh!
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run up the gut.
Good kid.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9. Another run here with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Flushed out right. Herbert has it knocked free. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Bitch.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 44 yards. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 19-point game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
This nigga playing for keeps. Oh, Lord.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
See?
Some people like to do that? I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Run from the passer.
Misfires again, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Wow. So
don't count, bitch.
About the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Rashee Rice with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will bump the lead up to 26. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. One last throw here for Herbert. One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that
triple coverage on the niggas.
Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker. Yeah. Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. So they tried to tack on two more, wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
Wow, guys, it is really steamy on the bus right now. What just happened? What just went on in here? Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Amazing. We can't stop smiling. It was wow. Really? Okay. So what was wow? Well, you got God didn't take his moves on her team. It's like, wow, dude. It's amazing. You girls are back there
So
smiling
that'll do
too.
it for us, for my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew. I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
So I had to see what
With that, we say so long from Southern California.
He's been on the bus a couple of times, and he's actually come a long way. I mean, when he first was on here, he was a really somebody with experience. That's great. I loved it. Could you guys tell that he just recently lost his? No. Very experienced. Yeah, it was very good. It was wow.
Lucky bitch.
Okay. So would you guys do it again? 100%. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would. You don't gotta ask me twice.
Hey, shut up, little girl. Hey, shut up. Is you on your period? Hey, this bitch ass nigga, you on your period? Your bitch ass up. I hate that shit. I hate it. Fake ass eyebrows and fake ass hair shit. That's a joke. No, I just, when you that close to devil, just all nobody tell you to do, bro. I'm telling you, bullet. You think
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Commanders Field, located near our nation's capital, here in Landover, Maryland. Here's Austin Seibert now to get this one started, and off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Purdy looking to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but well, the thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. audible here into something else. Daniels now to throw on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. That one a first down pickup of 8. Robinson now on first down. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. They go play action. Daniels. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. On first down, here's Daniels to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Eckler will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Eckler again, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A 1-yard touchdown run from Austin Eckler. And the Commanders are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On first down, Purdy completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. Second and 4. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Now Purdy. one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down at 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Purdy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Throwing here, Purdy connects with Kittle underneath, and he's taken down inside the 30. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. This one caught by Kittle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
No.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Purdy. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Daniels now on 1st and 10.
Give me that. Chris Brown, give me that.
And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety.
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To the air goes Daniels. Dancing to his left. And he is tackled.
Ooh, I try to pop his ass.
Not quite to the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Love you too, bro.
Throwing now is Daniels. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner.
You already know.
Only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The 3rd quarter now in a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground.
Okay, Ryan. Tell your homies to subscribe to the channel, brother.
Fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Daniels. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to
You want to be moderate? Well, you too young to be that.
They're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything.
Too young to be that.
On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides.
Why you asking how old I am, nigga?
Exchange, you know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side said, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime.
I'll see you.
The field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw.
I'll see.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Purdy will look to throw again here. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He's got it to the 43 here.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw is Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert it. And they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not.
For the good times and bad times, you love Nope. Right here.
But I actually like the call, and the reason, it shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Pulled in by Kittle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I'm coming.
Purdy again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Looking deep for Jennings. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll look to throw again. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
Oh, it's a one-on-one.
He's back to throw. Oh, what a catch by Ayuk. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Just open the deep freezer.
Here we go. First and goal.
No, I got to break it first.
McCaffrey. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, McCaffrey.
There's still my stuff to get too.
I know I'm about to get it.
Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. Here's Purdy to throw. And he can't get a throw away.
All right.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. He's across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet.
All right.
They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessful. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Oh, no.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. That one is slammed to McLaurin.
Fuck, I almost had that shit.
Right around the 34. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Here's 2nd down.
Fried chicken, rice and beans, and what's the name?
They'll look
Broccoli
to
and
throw.
cheese. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, and that's
God Bobby.
Sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Hey,
Picked off by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners have just about
doing the
sewn
second
up
way,
this
yeah.
football game. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they proved it by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there, exactly as you described. An interception.
Nah. He invited me to a party earlier, but
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken
game
down
over,
here,
nigga.
and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, CD, for the losing side,
Jeff.
they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just
Break
didn't go
on.
their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails. They just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
I know you hot. Whew.
that's why I got this.
What are you doing nothing?
Yeah.
What? No. I was
So that's a wrap
you know
for
what
Charles
Jennison
Davis.
is?
I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at EASports.com. With that, we sign off from
You gotta slow down, man. I said, I've been wanting some fried chicken and I don't feel like cooking it. I said, nope, next best thing, some giant fried chicken. I'm about to go here and clean my car out. It's a hot mess. Give me a trash can. If you need me, I'll be in my car. Might pull off, do some donuts. Some donuts in the parking lot.
Where you going, babe?
I'm going to the car. I'm about to go clean this damn car out. Dom's car is making me so mad. She's having shit filthy. She got clothes, everything in there. You know? This compact shit. Filthy. I'm just saying stuff. I'm an idiot.
Like, I do this shit on stream.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan.
I'm a goblin for the green.
The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field.
I'm a true religion fiend. I'm a goblin for the green.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
I'm a true lizard fiend. I'm a goblin for the green. I told that. Oh, we in there. Woo!
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Purdy now to throw.
Put double coverage on him.
Right side, it's McCaffrey. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Purdy.
What? My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense?
Bro, he had that shit.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Fuck.
And they may have to rethink their plans on 4th
Come
down.
on, bro.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt it. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. Goff now looking to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Beat him. Oh, no smoke. Let's see, Usher beat him.
Watch the car. Have everything open. Don't want nobody to steal the car.
On EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Aside here in this first quarter. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defense in front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's into the team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lenore. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 15. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, and a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking. Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's what
I'm talking about in it.
They have the goods.
Now Purdy. That's Samuel on left side. And he's taken first down on a gain of 11.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
What's up, Booter?
Looking to throw. Purdy. Blitz coming and down he
Talk about
goes.
in it. Hey.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
You know what they call it? What's my name? What's my name? Say Uncle Shadi.
How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of
What's the
wrapping
name?
him up and bringing him down.
Uncle Shadi.
Back to throw. Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's 2nd and 3. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is McCaffrey on the give. Fights loose. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys will be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch him by surprise.
line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Purdy. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Better get on that.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans so happy. They won at 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. Good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
He had too much coverage out there.
Struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
It's so rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That one is blown up by Jordan Fox, the linebacker.
Yeah, she's cleaning up.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. That's to the right sideline. And it falls incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And
this nigga playing scared.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
I see.
This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Nigga, pick my team.
Across the 20, but not much further, as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Little booter.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Starting the second half, a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
You too, man.
They go play action.
Oh, no, you good.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the
Put it back. Put it back.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Yes. You know the name. You know the name and you know the game.
Down. This is McCaffrey. And some room to work. Still going inside the 20.
Bitch.
49ers. Christian McCaffrey. 52 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Purdy will throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to
All right, man. Have a good weekend.
right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back.
Oh, yeah. You too, man.
Having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've gotten back to where they wanted to be. He'll try it out there for the next one.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
I think that's not going to just like it.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
To a hit, and the ball is
Oh!
out. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation, because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Looking deep downfield. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field, get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Purdy off the play fake. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, given where that drive started. That's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
My team, bitch.
Hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now, before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now 2nd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, that's Smith, a nice catch. And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Fuck! Going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing here, Purdy. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Nigga, come on, bro. Fucking weirdo.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
NFL on EA Sports.
Come in and sit down, girl.
Now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Play action. Now Purdy. They'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Pigsky.
That one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
guy just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right
Mossy
there.
dumb
This
ass.
team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a
See?
shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41.
Oh my God!
There, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to pass.
I see.
Short throw to Smith. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And again, it's Tagovailoa. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards. Purdy will set up to throw it here. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Back to throw, Purdy. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Fuck out of here.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been a tough go for them, and still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Tua now on 1st down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 and a throw again.
Peyton Manning flow. I just go, no huddle.
Passing route complete. Now has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here.
Damn right. You ain't skunking me, nigga.
And the kick is good. So they avoid the
Got the game.
shootout. But still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points. And this game is over. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Roll up.
What was you?
What you done? That was dumb.
time I'm coming. I'm coming.
What, she's rolling up?